Have a really good think, because somebody you know could earn you a lot of money for very little effort. Think, who do you know that wants to buy a property in Spain? A colleague, a mate, someone in your family, a friend of a friend? If you know someone, go to welcome-estates.com and click the Refer a Friend link. If they buy, you'll pocket a nice chunky thank you from one of Spain's leading estate agents. T's and C's apply. All details at welcome-estates.com.
Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. There you go. A few people having a little bit of a moan, saying, "Oh, Porky, you don't show your face no more." Is that all right for you? Is that better? Have a look. Have a look. That's a bit better for you, isn't it? Is that all right? Right. Before we start, I just want to say a big thank you to all them people that have been in touch who want to be a promoter for Welcome Estates. You'll get something sent in like a pack thing in an email, and it explains how it works. Basically, it's just pinning the links to social medias, and you get a bite. You get a few quid. It's like buying a lottery ticket, but you don't have to buy a ticket. So it was my idea to do this with Gary's and John's, and to give something to a few people who follow the channel and give you all a chance to get a few quid in tough times. Got to be in it to win it. Right, now we've got the promo out of the way. Let's get down to business now that I'm back on track. Videos have been a bit late recently, as you might have noticed, because my tech guy's been away and we're playing catch up. It's no good them all piling up and then we're just throwing 10 out in one day, is it? If you're only going to watch 3, you know what I mean? So we do study a lot of things and we know what time to put them out now. Oh, at least we're trying. So, all right. So this Saudi thing, in my opinion, it's the biggest load of old cobblers I've ever heard in my life. But for some reason, like I said the other day in a video with Terry, I believe that it'd be hard to get Tyson out there if he's got it in his head that he's 70%. Because if he's 70%, right? If he's 70%, what's everybody else? Is he going to have that every fight? I mean, in a tournament, when it will all be on equal footing, and I don't know. So here's a little scenario that I won't put it past them doing, right? Here's a little one for you. Tyson to fight in UK, right? Tyson fights in UK for the next 2 years. 4 fights. 2 at Wembley, 2 at Tottenham, against your Poolefs and your Otto Wallins and, you know, things like fighters like that. Fighters who are just there as donkey fodder, happy just to get £1 million or something, or 2 mil max. It'd be something like that what's going to go down if he don't fight in the tournament. Now, if Tyson believes he's above that tournament, Eddie Hearn and all them, they'll not be bothered. Because they don't really want him in there. They're going to want to put somebody else in there, and then they can all fight for them belts and keep Tyson out of the way. Because basically, probably flog them all except Usyk, and he's probably a favourite in that. So if Tyson steps out of the tournament, it's like Bute. He was classed as the man money in the Super 6, but he didn't go in it. But he had like 10 defences when Froch got hold of him. Bute should have fought Andre Ward. He didn't. Andre Ward said, "No, you got to fight Carl Froch. You can't just sit back, have it easy." And I agree with Andre Ward. But when Bute were fighting Froch, it was squeaky bum time, wasn't it? Well, that could happen with Tyson. He might not even fight winner if it's Usyk. He might fight Wilder again, or Joshua, or whoever other person is who takes his place if that happens. But you can't navigate around sharks all the time if you're in water, can you? Because every now and then they're going to come bite you, aren't they, and get you. He's got to get in there with Usyk or Joshua. He needs 10 wins, Tyson Fury, to be a GOAT. 10 wins to be up there with Lennox. People like that. 10 wins. If he gets 10 wins, he's up there. He's in the mix, in the all-time top 10. And it can be anybody, everybody's top 10 can be different, can't it? But he needs to get some wins on board. You can't just beat Wilder and an old man in Vladimir and say you're a GOAT. Boxing don't work like that. We can't go White, Chisora, Wallin, Pulev, or Pulev Wallin. We can't do that, can we? If they allow that to happen, Bricktop must be having kittens. He must be having kittens, Bricktop. Honestly. He must be having kittens. But what's Joshua's role in all this though? What's his role in all this, Joshua? He must just be happy to be taking part in it if it happens. I mean, where's he going? Big Meech. You couldn't even pull trigger against Franklin. Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Rocky? Is it Penguin time? Eh? Can Wilder win this tournament? Well, if he connects on any of them, they're going to go back. I don't think he'll get near Fury or Usyk. I think he'll light Joshua up, though. Put him on planet Saturn with them other 100 people that Big John put up there that can't get back to Earth because he hit them that hard and far. Yeah, it's interesting times. But if Tyson don't go in the Saudi tournament, where does that leave Bricktop? Where does it leave them all? Has Tyson even got a deal with Bricktop? Nobody's talking about this Bricktop deal, are they? Are they going to go solo? Hey, would Daniel DeBarn end up in that tournament by default? That'd be like Burnley gate crashing Champions League on a technicality, wouldn't it? Hey, I don't know. Usyk's not bothered. He just wants to fight, doesn't he? But it's a mess, isn't it? But if Tyson don't fight in this tournament, it's tournament if it's salt. I don't think it is it, really? What you reckon, Rocky? What's it in my eyeball? It's an eyelash. Yeah, so we want to see these fights, don't we? But we're not getting them, are we? Keep repeating ourselves, don't we? Saudi tournaments, they can't even get one on, can they really? One fight. Yeah, I'm going to watch that tonight. Oh my God. About 6 hours or something. Tank against Garcia. 2 undefeated. Booyaka. Hey? We couldn't get Joshua and Fury, could we? Joshua's been punched upside down and Fury's been dropped several times in his career, but he's been dropped a lot recently, and in fighting stiffs, it's lost its sparkle, hasn't it? This tournament could revive boxing though, but can you imagine all this lot, all egos involved? It's not going to happen, is it? I don't think so. Julian McGowan, my good friend, don't think so. I don't know. And what about the rest of them that's left? Chisora and White, look at them begging balls out to go fight Zhang in China. They love some of that, won't they? Them. How could they even get through a camp then? What would they have to do? Sellotape Dylan White and Chisora together. They'd have to sellotape them together. And put that stuff on them, what they call it. No more nails. No more nails means no more nails. You have to put them together with that, wouldn't they? Oh, am I being harsh there? Am I being harsh on Derek and Dillian? Considering pair of them can't string a sentence together. Hey, we'll wheel them out, won't we? If they're going to wheel them out, they might as well wheel Johnny Nelson out, hadn't they? He'd give them a run for the money, wouldn't he? State of them two at the moment. Come on, do me a favour. Well, it can't be Joe Joyce going in tournament. He's got that Zhang in it, but I'd like to see Zhang in it if he does Joyce again. Why not? Why not? If Joyce gets beat by Zhang again and Fury pulls out, I guarantee you they'll want Zhang in, the public one. Sorry, the public will. Be Zhang. That shit gets Zhang. That's what everybody will be about saying, won't they? Hey? Zhang's the bogeyman, isn't he? With a giant mole on his face. You won't want him coming home to meet your daughter, would you? Zhang. Jesus. Hey? Imagine him coming home with your daughter. Won't happen. But yeah, he's not exactly Cary Grant, is he, Zhang? But he's effective. And I think he does Joshua. He does Wilder. I don't know about Usyk. If Fury in that tournament, Usyk runs away with it, and Fury gets Usyk when Usyk's got miles on the clock. It's just the right kind of move that Tyson are doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's like when he got offered Luis Ortiz fight a few years ago. He won that then, did he? Before he was world champion. For now, he did right thing. Luis Ortiz was red hot then, wasn't he? Saudi. Jesus, begging balls out. God. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it all. I don't see it happening. Eddie Hearn wanted it to happen, though, wouldn't he? Or Eddie Hills, the 6-0 Iceman. You know, I'm thinking about bringing Weapon at Week back for a 1 week only next week. Just got a proper weapon video. I've been looking at some interviews on YouTube. The weaponry on show lately. These are grown men. Grown men, adults. Adults, grown adults. How they're behaving. What's going to happen to Sam Jones now? Now Joe Joyce is looking like the Elephant Man. What's going to happen to Sam now? Hey, is he going to disappear now onto small hall shows with Joe? Because if Zhang does that to Joyce again, he probably might not fight again. And if he does fight again, it'll be damaged goods, won't he? Pushing 40. So brutal, harsh sport, man. My advice to all fighters: save your pennies, because the only ones with any money are the managers and the promoters. Trust me. But do they deserve it if they've been in ring? It's all right, they do. But don't rip kids off. Pay them on time. Let's get rid of ticket deals. Let's get rid of ticket deals. Let's let the promoters go out and promote and do the jobs. I know it's hard out there, but how can fighters progress when they're having to sell tickets and run about? It's not good. Top to bottom boxing needs sorting out top to bottom. So that's my opinion. But this Saudi thing, it's a load of old tosh, in my opinion. Imagine if I'm proved wrong. Won't be first time. Rocky, yeah, come here. Yeah, come here. What's the matter with you? Come here, you old sea dog. I'm going to take you out. We'll go for a walk. Come on then. Come on. Come here. You said this one here. This is Roxy. So hello. We said they let Dale Nichols have a look at you. Think he's a dog lover, isn't he? You all right? Hey? Look at this here. This is a pedigree poodle. This Shane give me her Dale. You know Shane who came on channel. He was my cellmate in prison 21 years ago in Morelands. And we've been good mates ever since I got out. He breeds them in all exotic dogs, and people come from Saudi and all sorts to buy them dogs. And we're down there. And says you can take one if you want for Ruby. So we took this one here. So how much? So I can take her. What about that? So there is good people in the world, isn't there? Hey? Well, I did have to listen to his stories in prison, didn't I? All his funny stories. about his old rugby league stories and that. He's all right. He's a good lad. But yeah, so ain't that good, eh? Eh? Mate did leave me a jar of Marmite when he got moved. I think I've still got it, Shane. But yeah, Saudi, not for me. And why should all the boxing fans from America and the UK and the European boxing fans that have followed boxing all our life, why should everybody have to fly out to Saudi to see something so spectacular? Is this what these people think about real boxing fans, eh? Is this what they think? That's what I think. They don't care about boxing fans, they care about money. Yeah, I'll just stop on a plane, Eddie. The Saudi, I was talking to somebody today who was a Sheffield United fan, and this lady from Rotherham, and she says only 4,000 people have gone to that game today, Man City United at Wembley. It's the lowest ever allocation of tickets sold for any semi-final, whether it be Villa Park, Hillsborough, or they've been using Wembley, haven't they, the last few years? That's because people just haven't got it, have they? They haven't got the money. They keep forcing it on us. Yeah, we'll go to Saudi for boxing, just like that. Yeah, and we all know about the pay-per-view, don't we? They're pushing 40 plus, aren't they, on it? Could it be 50? Would they even care? Would they just say it's 50 quid, but just get people to share, get your family members round. You can imagine Eddie fronting some scheme like that, couldn't you? Yeah, just all chip in. Like you want your family around your house watching boxing. God, you see, you don't want that, do you? You only see him once a year. You only see him every time boxing's on, if that happens. It shouldn't be 50 quid or 40 quid. No, it shouldn't. But it shouldn't be in Saudi, should it really? Not even throwing people off buildings and all that, and what human rights out there, but they're not bothered. They're sellouts, aren't they? I can understand it being prize fighting and wanting big money, but they're going to rinse us, aren't they, with pay-per-views? But we're not going to get to see it live, are they? Not everybody can afford to go there. I can't afford to go to Saudi. Nope, not for that. Oh, I could afford to go, but you'd be like, why waste it on that? For that, we don't give enough back out boxing to go spending thousands like that, do we? I don't think so. I don't think so. And who'd buy a ticket for any of that lot? What if you get lumbered with ticket like Eubank Ben? Do these people care? No. The people that buy them Saudi tickets will be people who've got loads of poke. Good luck to them if they can afford to go out there. It's like, I don't think if my lad were a footy fan, I'm going to take him Man United every week. That's going to cost me. Even Rovers is there, isn't it? Wages are not going up. Wages are not going up either, but everything else is, isn't it? So I think we're going to flop 50 quid out for pay-per-views or 2,000 quid to go out there with a ticket and a flight and an hotel. Cheers, Eddie, for that package deal. You really care about boxing fans, don't you, Eddie? Same as you, Roberto Smith. Isn't that right? Roberto, 15 year at the helm. You're allowing this to happen now. If it happens, Saudi, if it happens, they've spun that many lies, this shower, but that nobody believes anything they say anymore, do they? Do it. Look in the mirror, all you boxing fans, right? Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Do I believe these lot? Do we believe them? If you were on a jury, you lined all this lot up. Bricktop, Eddie Hills, Julian Clary, Derek Warchizora, these Saudi people that do what they want out there and have people chopped up and that, all that lot. Then we've got that DAZN shower involved, haven't we? Look what they've been serving up with this misfits rubbish, just dissolving our sport. All that shower. Then we've got this Sky lot We've got that Ben Shalom in charge. He's basically on the spectrum, isn't he? Have you heard him? They'll come out about him soon. But that lot, they've got rid of Bean. Bean's got a gambling problem. He's not going to be head of Sky Boxing, is he? He's going to be vulnerable. So Bean's gone. Johnny Horsecock Nelson, he'd step over Bean to get to the big seat if he could, but they're stalling on that one, aren't they? Who's going to take over from Bean? But Johnny's after the job, isn't that right, Johnny? You know that. Johnny Horsecock Nelson. And you know what? Maybe it'd be good if Johnny got it. At least we'd have a laugh, wouldn't we? But no, the Saudi's not for me. It's not for me at all. Is it for you, Rocky? It's Saudi tournament for you, Rocky. You're still blanking me. Blank me then. So, which brings me to my favourite subject, Crusher Ben, aka the Crushinator. Where's my heart gone? Well, that earlier. Cap in hand. We've got my heart rock. He's gone cap in hand, hasn't he? Conor Ben. Like that. Cap in hand. Eddie, help me. He's got to go at board, cap in hand, Conor Ben, right? What's he going to say? What is he going to say? I'll tell you what he's going to say. He's going to say, I'm innocent, but I don't know how it's got in me. And I've got to go guilty because I want to move on with my career. I've spent hundreds of thousands, blah, blah, blah. There'll be tears. There'll be posters up. There'll be talks to schools about, just say no, drugs, drugs, just say no. It'll be all that, won't it? That Grange Hill thing. Conor Ben up posters like Zammo, my hero. I thought Zammo were cool, especially when they were up foil. But no, it's not for me. But Conor Ben, Jesus. But he get rinsed with a 4-year. I think it'll be 2 year, like I said last month, said he'd get 2 year. I don't think they'll backdate it, but I think he'll appeal on it and get it backdated. That'll be the job for his lawyers now, to get his appeal backdated to his last fight. And then he can fight next April. So Conor Ben, jog till next April. That's what I personally think will happen. He's got a year now to be poster boy only for drugs and all that. Just say no and give it the old I'm a victim and all this and blah, blah, blah. Listen, first you're angry, then you're upset. He's been angry. We've seen what he's been like, giving it the big and army. Get up my face and all that. Buh, buh, buh. Eat his seats. He's getting it all right. He's angry. Then he's been upset, and he been on Piers Morgan playing victim. That backfired. Then you're going to look for somebody to blame. So all them around you, trainer, your manager, promoter, advisors, strength and condition, nutrition, all the lot. All of them. Cesspit. Get rid of the lot. Wherever money they've had off you, Conor, consider it severance pay. Take the train, get out of Dodge. That's what you've got to do, Conor. Take the train and tell them to get out of Dodge. All of them. They've all got to go. All of them, as far as I'm concerned. That Charlie Sims, I've just seen his interview. He was interviewed by Umar IFL Umar. And Umar, this is the problem you've got in mainstream media. He's got access. He's asked a really reasonably good question. Umar, he's gone, Charlie, you know, whose advice was it? Who advised him that way? Who advised him, Conor, to go on Piers Morgan? Charlie Sims replied, it was always going to be a difficult interview. And then it went off. He went off key, went down other avenues. And you know, Umar, and I'm going to say this because I like Umar, but Umar showed that he is strictly 4th division. He's either 4th division, which means he's incompetent, or he bottled it, which means he's incompetent. And what I mean by bottling it, he said, who advised Conor Ben to go on Piers Morgan? And he went down another avenue. He said, whoa, who advised him? Was it you? Were it his dad? Were it Tony Sims, your dad, Charlie Sims? Or were it Eddie? So it's Eddie, Tony, Charlie. One of them, innit? Charlie Sims, Tony Sims, Eddie, Hills, or Nigel Benn. One of them four would be the people around Conor Benn, wouldn't they? Conor Benn's got them four. His dad, Eddie, promoter. I mean, he lives around the corner from Eddie, doesn't he? So his dad, Eddie, and Sims team, isn't it? Trainer and manager. One of them four. So it didn't really matter, Umar. We know it's one of them four. Maybe all of them. But either way, we're all going to be dealt with now, innit? But Umar, you let him off the hook. You had him on the hook. So who were it then, Charlie? Who were it? Who gave Conor Bennett advice to Piers Morgan? You've got him then, you're reeling him in. And he's gone, well, he's slipping off a hook, and he? Well, what it were, a difficult interview. He's very experienced, Piers. And you forgot, Umar, or you bottled it. Which was it? You bottle job or incompetent? That's what you are, Umar. Bottled it or you're incompetent. So get him up again and ask him or Hearn or Ben. Ask him. Who told you to go on Piers Morgan? We want to know. I want it all of them, or do we really care? I care. You don't care, Omar, because you shit your pants. You shit your pants. That's what you did. Poo-poo. Poo-poo job. Is that a bit right, Rocky? We're going to get some squad. So there you go. All right. Do I care about Conor Benn? I want him to come out and go. I took bad advice from my team and I've got rid of them. They're all in breach. I'm banned. So I have no ties to them and I'm moving on. But he can't because he's in bed with them. So you're stuck. So do your rip. I remember going berserk at a prison screw when I got sentenced downstairs in holding cells. And he came up to my flap and I was going berserk. He put a flap and he went, do your rip. And sometimes in life, when shit happens, you've just got to say, I'm going to man up and take it. I mean, Jesus. Hitler used to fly over here going to Sheffield to bomb them. My nana and granddad used to watch them fly over here. I didn't used to bat an eyelid. Sometimes you just got to man up. All right, but I'll tell you one thing I don't want to hear from Crusher Ben when he gets his sentence from these lot, because they're going to get some, and plenty of it, because he's cheated twice. One thing I don't want to hear about is mental health. I don't wash with me, mental health. So I don't want to hear about mental health. Because if he hadn't failed the test, there wouldn't have been no mental health, would there? All right. It's amazing, isn't it, when things go wrong? Oh, mental health. When things go right, you get a decision. Like, who that bird who were fighting? It might have been a gutter. Shannon Courtney, she got beat, didn't she? Mental health. Mental health came into it within an hour. Refusing interviews, mental health, mental health. What if you'd have got decision? And no fucking mental health there, would you? Then would there? Excuse me for swearing. I'll probably get bollocking for that now. All right, but it's starting to cheese me off this sport a bit. On a positive note, there's a few people now getting in touch with Welcome Estates for Refer a Friend. Got over 150 people in Spain now. And they're all out there laughing the nuts off. You're trying to talk to people over in this country. Nobody gets it, do they? It's like you're going to sell, when you're selling a car or double glazing to somebody in England. They know how much the windows are. They know. They see advert. Oh, I need to think about it. What is there to think about? It's like a car. You go look, test drive a car, love it and all that. Need to think about it. That's a problem with British mentality. All right, peace out.
Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.